All right. So, um, I think well, you already read the title. So, yeah, Reincarcerated is back on the on GitHub. Um, so yeah, just kind of it's just back and it's awesome. So, I kind of want to talk about this a little bit. Um, basically, like, man, so this all happened yesterday. I didn't make a video yesterday because I was like insanely busy with a big school project. So I didn't make a video yesterday. My bad. But I did, of course, announce it in my Discord. Um, that the repository is back. So yeah, dude, it's crazy. You have no idea like how crazy this is, because like going into this whole ordeal with like GitHub and Team 17 and whatever, dude, it literally felt like I was like unable to do anything, and like I'd never get it back. I'd never get the GitHub back, but it's back and it's awesome. So I'm super thankful for this. Yeah, this is kind of it. I do want to talk about a couple other things, like what the next update's gonna be about, and when the next update is gonna come out. So let's talk about that. But first, I do want to talk about what has changed with the repository. So if I go to the commits, now it says that every commit was committed yesterday. And that's because, that's funny, that's a weird commit. Um, the reason for this is because I had to basically cut off some old commits before this commit. Now this commit is the commit for version 0.0.5 of Reincarcerated. The reason I had to remove previous commits is because they had some potentially infringing assets on there. So they're all gone now. Right? There's literally almost no reason that this should ever get taken down again for anything. The only thing I can honestly think of is the name itself, the Escapists Reincarcerated. You know, the trademark, whatever. However, it's like, come on, right? Obviously, because like already, right? Team 17 like is now well aware of this project, right? And it's obvious that they do not care. So I highly doubt that they're gonna submit a trademark infringement thing. I don't even know if you can do that on Discord, or not Discord, GitHub. Obviously you can do the DMCA thing. The DMCA thing is not gonna happen anymore because there's zero, zero anything in here that is infringing, where there's code or assets taken straight from the original game. None of that is on here anymore, which is awesome. Um, and so yeah. Oh, troubleshoot. I forgot I did all this. This is so cool. You know, I go here like all the time just to look at this repository, just to like gawk at it. You know what I mean? It's so nice. It's so nice. I know it's not like obviously there are better looking repositories out there, and I'm not the best markdown expert. I don't know the best practice for this type of stuff. I just kind of did it as I went, and yeah, I'm actually really proud of it. It's, even though it's just a README file with some with the source code. Also, you know, the license is pretty cool too. Anyways, so let's talk about the next update. Oh yeah, I also want to say like version 0.05 is still here. So now the commit associated with 0.0.5 is actually not available on the main commit list because it's actually been deleted technically. However, because the tag of 0.0.5 has stayed, then whatever commit that was associated with that tag, it will also be linked. So I can't remove this unless if I remove the tag, and I don't really want to go through all that. I mean, it's nothing big at all, but you know, I just rather, like, it's fine. I was being a bit safe with when I was doing the commit like cutoff for, you know, infringing stuff. This is a completely fine commit. It's literally the one right before the now most oldest available commit. So technically, this is the oldest commit that you can see, because you can also just browse the files. And yeah, so as you can see, yeah. But yeah, so like all like this stuff, like none of this is, yeah. Wait. No, that's fine. Because I think that's edited. Yeah. So there's literally nothing here that would, yeah, nothing here that would ever be infringing or anything. You know, this is the one that I made. That's the logo that I made. So, yeah, sprites here. Nothing infringing here. These are all custom made. But I remember these. Oh my goodness. And I remember using these. This is so long ago. This, yeah, 2025. Literally a year ago. Yeah, the grass placeholder. This image is used on like so many objects now. I never knew back then that the grass placeholder would be used for so much. The reason I use it so much is because just a blank image, basically. I put it on everything. The reason I use a blank image and not just like nothing there, like null, is because it retains settings and stuff. Yeah, so center perks resources, nothing's here, like nothing's here. If I go to resources, this is where most of the stuff was for like the infringing, potentially infringing things, but nothing here. You may think, oh, this is the full center perks tile set. No, it's not. No, it's not. This is a custom made tile set that is in place of the center perks tile set. It is completely made by me. It is like terrible. I made this in like 5 minutes. I don't use this tile set anymore. Actually, technically this tile set is still in the game. I don't think it's used anywhere anymore, but it used to be used with the map editor. It was just there, so I used it. But I don't think that's how it is anymore. But yeah, so this commit isn't even in the repository technically, so yeah. But it's still, you know, whatever. However, I also might just figure out how to remove this as well, because it's a little messy. It's a little messy. Let me check something. But yeah, so it's actually pretty cool figuring this stuff out. Like obviously, I use some like Stack Overflow thing to figure out this stuff, how to do the commits. Sorry if this is so boring. Hold on, I need to check something. My bad, chat. Okay, we're good. This is the... I made this so long ago. That's crazy. Where is a menu? Yeah, still nothing. Nothing. Good. All right. Yeah, look how it just used to be just the name. Man, looking at the old stuff for this project is pretty cool, just to see how far it's come. And now look at this, it's booming with business, you know what I mean? Booming. It is booming. Yeah. These folders still being here. So cool. All of these. Patch note. Oh yeah, I remember making this too. Alright, anyways. Gotta lock in. So let's talk about the next update. When will it come out? I'm thinking maybe sometime next week. What is gonna be in the update? It's gonna be everything that's in the latest update, obviously. Plus, super polished map editor. It's like, it's done. All the bugs are ironed out. For the most part, I know there's a couple tiny things that do need to be fixed. I don't know what exactly those are. Kind of forgot about those, but they're not important, so it's fine. But it's definitely so much more polished. It's like actually usable. It's so nice. And then main menu stuff. There's a lot of the main menu got a little bit overhauled. Not really. It just got added a bunch of stuff. All the prison tabs and reloading custom prison is pretty cool. And then in the actual game, you're playing a prison. There will be like routines will actually be a real thing. Zones, will actually matter now. Guards will spot you for doing bad things, and all those interactions will be in the game. There'll be favors, inmate inventories, guard inventories. Their inventories will be randomized. They'll have the weapons, all that stuff. You'll be able to use like custom item files, and you'll also be able to use custom item images, like sprites, custom speech file, custom tooltips file will probably not be in the next update. Just so, yeah, because I haven't really figured out how I really want to do that. I also don't really know if I want to do that still, but it's there if I want to. So, you know, let's think. Some mechanics have been tightened, so certain things work better. There's gonna be shops, which I haven't done yet. That's really the only thing that I haven't done yet. But I'm still working on finishing everything with missions and bad actions. Yeah, I mean, like, custom prisons will be fully there pretty much. Not every object will be able to be loaded. Just won't load them because obviously I haven't implemented every object in the game. But yeah. So I think also, yeah, there's also gonna be snipers, and maybe, man, I might have to push this even back farther because I expect it either late next week or somewhere in the last week of February. All right, don't rush me. But yeah, I do have this is a pretty major update. It's gonna be 0.2.0. And then after that, honestly, it'll be the full release. I'm gonna say that because after that, it's really not. I'm trying to think. Like, it's literally not that much left at all. Like, I'm so close to finishing this, bro. It's so close. So close. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. It'll be so awesome. It'll be so cool. It'll be the most incredible escapist game ever made. The world has ever seen. Little reference there. But yeah. Oh, also much better loading everything in the game. Like, I already improved it with the last update, but this next update is going to be so much better too. It's going to give you like a warning screen if you don't have the certain things. It'll literally just tell you what you're missing. It's going to be awesome. I'm super excited. I'm like so happy that all that's good because like the loading for this game, it's always been a bit buggy. That's basically the main reason like people don't play it. I have a couple people in the server who just didn't play the game because it just didn't load for them. and I figured out why. It was because well, like certain computers would handle it differently, and so the way I was checking if the loading was done was based on how many things had loaded. However, since different computers do it a little differently, I guess, based on different like hardware specs, it just didn't recognize that it was done loading. Yeah, also there's an installation guide on the GitHub. Made it as simple as possible. There's a lot of dependencies, so there you go. Should probably not have a new line here, but whatever. Yeah, you need the Escapists with all DLC. You need these runtimes from this link. Easy download, easy install, literally like 2 clicks. You need Python, and you need this Blowfish package, which is really easy to install. You need to install this after installing Python because this command won't work without Python, obviously. The reason Python is even here, it's so dumb. I'm not even going to get into it. And then it talks about setting the escapist file path. You know, the game will not load properly if you don't have a valid path for the escapists in the root of the escapist reincarcerated directory. People know what root is, right? Like root, like the... I mean, that's common sense. Like, what's the root of the tree, right? It's the start, right? What's the starting folder of the escapist reincarcerated? People know what directory means, but people can figure this out, right? Here's also in the streaming assets folder, that's also where prisons are held. I'd recommend to make like a shortcut to that folder because I did. TER prisons right here. Okay, bonus custom main. These meta things here, those actually might be in the build. I'm not sure actually. I don't know if that would go through. But this is literally doesn't matter. If this is in the game for you, you can delete those. Actually, don't delete those. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Yeah, and then it talks about the .ini file. Is that not capitalized? It is not capitalized. Interesting. And yeah, we still don't have a whole lot of settings here. It's literally just the normalized player movement, which is still a cool setting. I think it's a cool setting. Yeah. I made this a lot better. Well, I didn't make it a lot better. It was just like I used to say that you needed like forward slashes with like quotes around everything. You don't. I don't know why I said that. I was just being dumb. That was before I like knew how to do anything. Use backslashes. It's better. Windows is better with. Windows is weird with file paths. I'm just yapping. I don't even know if I'm gonna upload this. Well, I figured I would just let the word out that this is better now. It's back. So, if you are still watching, you are a cool person. Yeah, I also made this troubleshooting part on the GitHub. Like, I typed this out while I was like, I think I was at school or something, and I just typed all this out because people had like a couple main issues here. Yeah. But actually, you know, this troubleshooting page should be like actually obsolete because the game will just do it for you. It'll figure out what's missing. I'm still surprised that that worked. That worked like first try, doing all that, like figuring out like what's missing stuff. It's super cool. Anyways, yeah, I think that's it. So yeah, I'll see you when the next update comes out. And yeah, I think the next devlog will be just when the update comes out. And be excited, be ready. It's gonna be a pretty big update, and the game will feel like a game. There's like, you know, you can die now. And oh yeah, you can die now, by the way. That's another feature. Well, not die, but you get knocked down, sent to the infirmary. Anyways, yeah, so see y'all later.